What is up, you guys? It's your dude, International Passport. Before I go any further into this video, I need you guys to hit that like button. Hit it right now before you watch this video any further. I would appreciate your support. I want to get this video out to many brothers out there who are thinking about moving to a new country, who want to move to a new country, particularly somewhere like Colombia. So hit that like button. I need your support, guys. Keep pushing my videos out there and I appreciate it. First and foremost, Happy New Year to all you guys who have supported this channel from the beginning, and shout out to my old subscribers. I hope this year is great for all of you. Now, in this video, I want to speak about moving to Colombia. In my previous video, I gave you all the intel about Colombian women. Now, I want to give you guys intel about moving to Colombia. Right now, a good friend of mine is in Colombia. Shout out to Kamal Brooks for the intel for this video. The brothers told me all the good things about Colombia and all the bad things about Colombia. But overall, it strongly suggested that brothers should move to Colombia if the opportunity arises. So I'm going to break down the factors as to why black men should move to Colombia. The first factor is how cheap Colombia is. Colombia is really cheap, especially if you're American. The dollar stretches far in Colombia. Food is cheap, transportation is cheap, real estate is cheap. Building your own house in Colombia is also cheap. All because the dollar goes really far in Colombia. Colombia is still a developing country, so of course there's many parts of it that will be cheap. So if brothers are looking to move to South America, to a cheap place, think about Colombia very strongly. If a country is cheap and you're coming from abroad, you're a foreign national and your money goes far, it's worth moving there. Over the last few years, I've seen brothers move to Colombia stating how cheap it is and how big their houses are. The houses that these brothers live in are massive and they're also pretty cheap. Moving on to my next point, I want to talk about the job market. It's very important that you check out the job market of a country before you move there. Don't just move to a country because of the woman or any other factor. The job market is very important. Now, speaking on the Colombian job market, it's not too great. However, Colombia isn't a country for anyone to move just to work there. It's a country to retire in, and it's a country to move to where you have your own business abroad. So if you're an American and you have an American business and you're making American dollars, you can move to Colombia permanently while making money in America. And guess what? Like I said, the American dollar stretches far in Colombia. So you're making big money in America and you're spending cheap in Colombia, living like a king. Therefore, when you move to Colombia, don't work Colombian jobs and make Colombian money. When you want to move to Colombia, make sure you have a business making money in your currency. So if you're American, that would be making American dollars, or you have a very strong stock portfolio. Which is why I'm telling you brothers to invest in the stock market right now. I dropped a video encouraging brothers to invest in Tesla stock a couple weeks back. And sadly, that video doesn't have much views, which shows me the mentality some of you guys are on. I strongly suggest you guys to start investing in the stock market. If you start investing now, moving to a country would be easy. Also, if you are an expat making American dollars, that's also another option to move to Colombia and live like a king. Now, the next point I want to talk about is transportation. transportation is also a very important factor to consider when you move to a different country. Now, in Colombia, Colombia isn't really known for its transportation compared to Japan, England, or America. Again, Colombia is a developing country, so the transportation isn't perfect. Colombia doesn't really have trains, from what I've heard, except for the metro system in Medellin, which apparently is good, it's fast, it's cheap, and it's also an easy way to get around. So if you're moving to Colombia and you're moving to the city of Medellin, you have trains there that apparently do a good job. Apart from that, buses would be the primary means of transportation in Colombia. But if you're a foreigner, sorry, moving to a country like Colombia, you're better off taking Uber. And from what I've heard, the Uber system in Colombia is fantastic, it's cheap, and it's a great way to move around and get to places. So I'm telling you guys that Uber will probably be your primary means of transportation. And the great thing about it is that it's really cheap in Colombia. So if you're not in Medellin, if you're moving to Bogota, Cartagena, it'd be Uber and buses. If you're in Medellin, it'd be trains, buses, and Uber. But Uber will be your primary means of transportation. And from what I've heard, the Uber system in Colombia is fantastic. Now, I want to talk about the people of Colombia. That's also an important factor when moving to a country like Colombia. From what I've heard, Colombian people are great, they're vibrant, they party a lot. Colombia does have a party culture and a club culture. So brothers who can dance, brothers who can hit the dance floor, bust out moves, the woman will be all over you. So the people are great from what I've heard. So that shouldn't be an issue. People are great to speak to, and it is very important that you guys learn Spanish. Spanish is a primary language in Colombia, so if you're considering moving to Colombia, learn Spanish. Even if it's basic, that's better than nothing. If you learn Spanish, you get the whole full experience in Colombia. So don't slack on your Spanish. If you're serious about meeting women in Colombia and getting the full experience, definitely learn Spanish. You can't be out there using Google Translate in front of a Colombian to translate their Spanish. Nah. Learn Spanish, take it seriously, and you should have an easy time in Colombia, interacting with the locals, and so on. Let me now speak about Colombian food. From what I've heard, Colombian food isn't too bad. It's not the best. It's not perfect. It's not as great as other countries' foods. But like other countries, there's good food and there's bad food. There's food that tastes great in Colombia, and there's food that doesn't taste too great in Colombia. So, but overall, Colombian food should get you by. Colombia is a multicultural society, so you have different flavors from different cultures who bring their own foods and so on. So food shouldn't be a problem. If you're not a fussy eater, then food won't be an issue for you in Colombia. And finally, what you've all been waiting for, the Colombian woman. Colombian women are fantastic. If you want to get more intel about Colombian women, check out my video titled Women in Colombia Love Black Men, or How Are Black Men Treated in Colombia. That will give you the full breakdown as to how well brothers do well with Colombian women. I won't go too in depth into it, so I'll give you guys a brief summary of Colombian women. Colombian women are feminine. They look after their men properly. they're clean, they're well cultured, they have good attitudes, they're not rude, you won't get any bad vibes from them. So they're great women in general. And of course, women are important when moving to a new country. You want to make sure that the women you meet are feminine and are clean and are great people in general. And Colombian women are great. So if you want more intel on that, check out my Colombian woman video where I speak about Colombian women. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're considering moving to Colombia, this video is a good starting point to start your research, to start planning to make that move to Colombia for whatever reason. So I will see you guys on my next video. I would appreciate if you guys like this video, comment, subscribe, and like. Any questions you have for me, again, comment, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and I will answer your questions. See you guys. Peace.